Among the three main Jewish population groups in Israel, the Ashkenazi Jews stand out alongside the Mizrahi Jews and the well-known Sephardic Jews. In this video, we'll delve into the history and genetic origins of European Jews, known as Ashkenazi Jews. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and share this content with others. The origins of the Ashkenazi Jews are less known to many. The term Ashkenazim comes from the biblical figure Ashkenaz, the first son of Gomer and grandson of Japheth. Japheth, one of Noah's sons, is recognized as the patriarch of the Japhethic populations, as described in the Table of Nations in Genesis chapter 10. Gomer's name is often connected to the ancient Cimmerians. The name Ashkenaz is thought to be derived from the Assyrian Ashkuza, which appears in cuneiform as Ashkuzai or Ishkuzai. Ashkenaz is often interpreted as relating to Germany or Germanic origins, which is why Ashkenazi Jews are sometimes referred to as German Jews or Germanic Jews. This association reflects their geographic connection to the region of Germania and their interaction with Germanic peoples. When these Jews migrated to areas identified as Ashkenaz, they formed a culture influenced by and integrated with local populations. The Ashkenazi Jews share a historical parallel with Sephardic Jews, another prominent group within the Jewish diaspora. While Ashkenazim are linked to Germanic lands, Sephardim trace their roots to the Iberian Peninsula, historically called Sepharad. The Ashkenazi community began forming in the Holy Roman Empire around the end of the first millennium, developing a distinct language, Yiddish, by the 19th century. Yiddish blends elements of Hebrew with Germanic dialects and other influences and was widely spoken in Northern and Eastern Europe during the Middle Ages. Persecution during the late Middle Ages forced many Jews to migrate, spreading Ashkenazi culture globally. Yiddish, a Judeo-German language, emerged from the interaction of Hebrew and Germanic dialects, along with influences from other European languages. For centuries, Hebrew was primarily used as a literary and sacred language central to religious texts. It wasn't until the 20th century, with the revival of Hebrew, that it became a spoken everyday language, particularly in Israel. Ashkenazi Jews adapted their traditions to European contexts, significantly shaping their interpretation of Judaism during the 18th and 19th centuries. During this time, Jews who remained or returned to Germany experienced cultural shifts. The Jewish Enlightenment, known as Haskalah, and the fight for emancipation brought profound changes to their community. German cities, with their vibrant intellectual and cultural scenes, played a key role in this transformation. As part of this transition, many Ashkenazim gradually replaced Yiddish with German, seeking better integration into European society. This shift also led to new forms of religious practices and cultural identities, marking the modernization of European Judaism. Over time, Ashkenazi Jews made remarkable contributions to fields such as philosophy, literature, art, science, and music, leaving a lasting legacy in European history and culture. The proportion of Ashkenazi Jews within the global Jewish population changed significantly over time. In the 11th century, they made up around 3% of the Jewish population. By 1930, their numbers had grown to about 92% of the global Jewish population. However, the Holocaust during World War II tragically reduced their population. Approximately 6 million Jews were killed, devastating Jewish families across Europe. Before the war, in 1933, the global Jewish population was about 15.3 million. The Holocaust deeply altered Jewish demographics. By 2000, Israeli demographer Sergio Della Pergola estimated Ashkenazi Jews made up around 65% of the global Jewish population, with other estimates suggesting it was as high as 70 to 75%. By 2013, the Ashkenazi population was estimated at 10 to 11.2 million, showing a gradual recovery, though still far from pre-World War II levels. Genetic studies have shed light on the ancestry of Ashkenazi Jews, revealing roots in the Levant and among the ancient Israelites. At the same time, centuries of living in Europe contributed to their genetic makeup through interactions with local populations. This mixed ancestry reflects both the preservation of Jewish identity and the influence of European cultures. Genetic studies show Ashkenazi Jews have significant European genetic input, primarily through maternal lines, alongside their Levantine origins. These findings suggest that Jewish settlers in Europe often married local women, resulting in a strong maternal European contribution. Still, like Sephardic and Mizrahi Jews, Ashkenazim trace their roots back to the ancient Israelites of the kingdoms of Israel and Judah. Ashkenazi Jews share substantial ancestry with other Jewish groups, with their origins deeply tied to Semitic populations from the Levant. Their genetic identity reflects a historical blend of Levantine roots and European influence, shaped by centuries of migration and interaction. The origin of Ashkenazi Jews as a distinct community remains unclear, leading to various theories. Early Jewish communities in Europe began forming around the 4th century BCE in regions like the Aegean Islands, Greece, and Italy. Jewish migration from ancient Israel was driven by a mix of factors, including the search for better opportunities and escaping conflict, persecution, and instability. Wars, internal struggles, and economic attractions in new regions fueled this movement. Records suggest Jews were present in some European areas, particularly in Greece, as early as the 2nd century BCE. Migration to southern Europe increased after Alexander the Great's conquests, which encouraged trade and cultural exchanges. During the Hellenistic period, many Jews moved to Greek settlements for economic opportunities. Later, under Roman rule, Jewish migration to southern Europe became even more significant due to economic and social incentives. These migrations laid the groundwork for Jewish communities that later contributed to the Ashkenazi identity. During much of the Roman era, Jews lacked full citizenship, which was only granted to all free people in 212 CE under Emperor Caracalla. Until Emperor Julian's reign in 363 CE, Jews had to pay a special tax. By the end of the Roman Empire, Jews gained some freedom to form cultural and religious networks. However, when Christianity became Rome's official religion in 380 CE, Jewish communities faced growing marginalization and persecution. The relationship between Ashkenazi and Sephardic Jews, often described as brothers, has been marked by tensions and mutual prejudices. Claims of racial superiority and cultural differences fueled divisions between the two groups. After the establishment of the State of Israel in 1948, these tensions became more evident. Sephardic Jews, primarily from North Africa and the Middle East, were often treated as second-class citizens by the Ashkenazi-dominated political and social elite. This discrimination led to protest movements advocating for equality and justice for Sephardic Jews. Genetic research in 2010 revealed shared ancestry among Jewish populations, highlighting deep connections between Ashkenazi and Sephardic Jews. While Ashkenazi and Sephardic Jews remain distinct today, they have historically mixed culturally and genetically. Mizrahi Jews, often considered the most genetically pure, have also contributed to this diversity, particularly through interactions with Sephardic Jews. Focusing on Ashkenazi genetics, studies confirm their Israelite ancestry while revealing significant European influence, particularly through ancient intermarriages with local populations. It is estimated that Ashkenazi Jews carry about 60% European DNA and 40% ancient Jewish DNA, though this varies among individuals. Despite this genetic mixing, Ashkenazi Jews maintain a strong Jewish identity. Sephardic Jews, while carrying a larger proportion of ancient Jewish DNA, share this sense of identity. Interestingly, Ashkenazi Jews are now the largest Jewish group in Israel, followed by Sephardim and Mizrahim. I hope you enjoyed learning about Ashkenazi Jews, their genetics, Yiddish language, culture, and history. May God bless you and see you soon. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel to support us and help us create more videos. Thank you and God bless you.